when I say Dusan, you say, that's right, Vlahovic. Dusan Valahovic is now back on the radar for Arsenal Football Club and especially Mikel Arteta. Not that Arteta, this Arteta, that's right. I'm sorry about that one. Okay, I'm Tyler out here for TK24 Sports. And on today's show, this is what we're looking at. But before we get into that, I need you to do a massive favor. Like, subscribe, turn that notification on, and especially subscribe. Because again, yes, every time you tune in, we have the aim of going for 1,000 subscribers by March. And you are the gatekeepers. So let me in. Start subscribing. Okay, let's go. Dusan Vlahovic, that's right, the Juventus striker, the number 9, the phenom. Well, maybe not the phenom if we get into these numbers, but he could be the missing link for Mikel Arteta to get the Premier League and the Champions League, because guess what? He's not cup-tied. He's ready. He's raring to go. But does he want to leave Juventus to come to Arsenal? We already know in a season 2020-2021, when he made that move to Juventus, I think it was for like 68 million in the end, he was in conversation with Arsenal, conversation with Juventus, using maybe Arsenal as leverage to get that move from Fiorentina to Juventus. But things have not planned out as well as he wanted it to be. And we've got some figures here that does show he is a goal scorer. Now, I know what you're thinking. Ty, we've been linked to Solanke. We've been linked to all other strikers, but the number one that we really want, when I say we, I'm not saying me, I'm saying maybe you or the other Arsenal fans, is Ivan Toney. But there could be reasons why they're not going to go for Toney. He's going to be 28 this year. He's had his issues, which we don't need to talk about. Everyone knows what the issues are. And there could be some points there as to why Mikel Arteta is not really focusing on Ivan Toney, not because of the quoted 100 million that Brentford want. It's just because what happens if he relapses? I'm not saying he will, because everyone can change their life around or turn their life around, should I say. But with Dusan Vlahovic, you're then thinking, well, time, God, why go back in for him if he just used Arsenal to go to Juventus? Now, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with going to somewhere that you really want to go. But sometimes when you get there, the dream is not a reality. So, before we do anything else, have you done that like yet? You don't have to subscribe. You turn on your notification. Help me out. Come on, 1,000 subscribers. Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into his stats. So first and foremost, he's over 6 foot, but 6 foot, 6'1". He's one of the two. He's left-footed. His strengths are this: penalty taking, finishing, and direct free kicks. His ball control is his main weakness. Now, I don't know about you, but is that a big thing about the ball control, or would we need someone who can take penalties, who can take free kicks, because we suck at those, and finishing? The 3 out of the 1 I'm taking all day long. The ball control, okay, we can work on that. He's 22, going to be 23. We can work on the ball control, 100%. But I'd rather that we're working on that than working on someone trying to finish, someone trying to take free kicks, someone trying to take penalties. Okay. Now let's get into big, deeper numbers. So when we're looking back at his first season, the 2019-2020 season for Fiorentina, they're nothing to shout about. 30 games, 13 starts, 50 minutes per game, and then we're looking at 6 goals. Now, one of the things I'm looking at here, if we look at down to the bottom, we look at the penalties won, which is none. And he's like, okay, fine. But that's, again, coming into his first proper season with Fiorentina, because when he first started, it was, I think it was a 2018-2019 season. He came for like a £2 million transfer. So he's getting used to Serie A, no big deal. You then go on to the 2020-2021 season. This is a bit of a breakout season for him, because as you can see, the matches there is 37 played, and looking at the minutes per game is 79. The goals he scored were 21. Now, let's go back quickly. One more page. Let's go back. Look at the heat map there. He's everywhere. He is everywhere. And then you go back to the 2020-2021 season. That is where you're like, whoa. But that's the season. When we went to 2021, that is when he got that move to Juventus. That is when everyone started looking and thinking, this guy is something. Juventus wanted him really bad, so they shelled out the money for him, of course. They used Arsenal, so they knew Arsenal wanted him. Mikel Arteta then was still looking for his striker. He had Aubameyang, he had Lacazette, but he was like, this is the guy. And he's left-footed. Mikel Arteta loves those left-footed players, and this is him. And this is why he wanted it. Then following on that move, then we go on to the 2021 to 2022 season. So that's the 36 games played, 24 goals. As you can see, he's holding up the Juventus shirt. Great season. Really great season. He's won some penalties as well. And again, we had players who can win a penalty, but not frequent. I'm not saying he's a frequent one to win penalties, but again, look at the heat map. He is predominantly now centering himself deep in the final third, which is what we want. We've got strikers who don't really present themselves in the final third. They go missing there. And why? Because they know the pressure's on them to score the goals. Jesus and Ketia. Is Dusan Vlahovic going to be a massive upgrade on those two? Yes, we know it is. That conversation doesn't really need to be had. The conversation that needs to be had is, what is he doing this season? Is it going good for him? Or is it going bad? Let's have a look. So as you can see now, the 2022 to 2023 season, we're looking at the matches there. I think it's only 16, 17 in total. The minutes per game is 72. Oh, no, sorry, this is the 2022-23 season. Matches played was 27 and 10 goals. So in that season, so I'm just jumped ahead there. So within that season, which was in the second season, last season, it wasn't going too well. It didn't look great for him. And you make that big move, you expect some big goals, big returns like he did the season before. That still doesn't put me off of Dusan Vlahovic. It really doesn't. But this season, what I'm talking about, the 2023 to 2024, 16 games played, he started 11 and he scored 6 goals. As you can see, the heat map's not so great though, is it? So I guess you're thinking, Ty, what? Do we really need Dusan Vlahovic? Do we really need this guy? Do we need to spend another 60 million like we did with Kai Havertz? But let me tell you this. This is what he would bring. I'm not saying over Ivan Toney. We're going to have to forget about that one because that's not going to happen. But this is what he will bring. He'll bring height, strength, power, goals. He'll make Kai Havertz better. He'll make Martin Odegaard smile. He'll make a frustrated Bukayo Saka happy again. And then Martin Martinelli. He will bring all that. Anyway, that's my thoughts. What's your thoughts? Leave your comments below. Like, subscribe, turn that notification on. I'm Ty Knight here for TK24 Sports.